Hey guys, this is Sophie, and in this somewhat random out of schedule video, I just want to present you a very annoying and time-consuming build challenge for The Sims 2 along with some sim science, so let's get into it. The challenge is short, you place down an empty lot, the size depends on how much you'd like to suffer, and you start digging for treasure. Once you dug up every tile, you set your funds to 0 and sell the items you found and build a house on the lot with the amount of money you collected. So this is a 2x2 lot, which means we have 400 tiles to dig up, and it's gonna require some logistics because to dig up a tile, you need to have a free tile diagonally where they can pile up the dirt. So what I did is that I let him dig wherever he wanted, and once there was no more suitable spots, I placed dance floor tiles over the holes and covered them back. Actually, I realized later that if you put flowers over them, it's much more convenient for some reason. Anyway, with this experiment, I also wanted to do some statistics about what's underneath a lot and about the item occurrences. I think that the cheapest thing you can find is a rock, and the most valuable is a treasure chest, but there are many more objects in between. And I believe that digging up 400 tiles will give us a somewhat accurate representation about the spawning frequency of each item. So once he finished digging, I'm gonna assemble some fancy diagrams as well. Whenever he finds a water spot, I'm gonna put this swim bath to avoid confusion with the amount of items. We've been digging for a week, and you can see that probably half of the lot was covered so far. So when I started this challenge, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna dig up this entire lot. And after almost 2 sim weeks, I had to realize that it's not such an easy task. However, I don't know about you guys, but I find this lot oddly charming now. Okay, take 3. Once again, every possible spot was dug, so I'm covering them with flowers and filling the holes. Beautiful, isn't it? Now for the final take, you really need to focus to keep track of what has been dug out and how to arrange the flowers to get to the untouched tiles. So this is probably gonna take way too long.
2,000 years later.
Guys, I'm done. It literally took him a sim year because I couldn't dig during the winter days, but now it's finished, so let's see those diagrams. I grouped the items on the lot to see how they look like, but let's also make some charts. 10% of these tiles were used as water spots, and 90%, which is 361 tiles, contained actual treasure. In these 361 tiles, I found the following objects: 138 bones, 123 rocks, 38 other kind of rock, 3 different maps, 58 everyday items, and 1 treasure chest. From another view, the lot contained regular household items in 12%, special items meaning maps and treasure chest in 1%, 34% bones, and 43% rocks. The most important thing from the challenge point of view is their value, because the next step is to decrease the household funds to 0 and sell everything we found and build whatever we can with the money. So let's see, the most expensive items were the treasure chest and the vase with 5,000 and 4,000 simoleons, and the cheapest ones were the rocks and bones we found. However, their amount is so overwhelming that they quickly reduced the average item price to 97 simoleons. This means that our estimated income will be around 35,000 simoleons. Before taking a look at the actual amount, let's see the item frequency based on the price range. So only 0.5% of the items were very expensive. 2% were between 500 and 1000, so I'd say they are rather expensive. 11% of them were rather cheap items between 100 and 500 simoleons. And 87% of them were practically garbage. Alright, I'm selling the last bones and we are approaching the estimated 35,000. And the final number is 35,015 simoleons. I mean, it's not extraordinary, but almost a double of the 20,000 simoleon starter money. Let's not waste any time with the speed build, I just leave some captures here from the final build. Don't judge me, I'm not a creative builder. Also, as I was building this house, I wanted to try colors and furniture that I don't usually do, so it's got a bit weird. Well, at least for me. I was also quite ambitious with the bedroom and the kitchen, so the rest of the house is pretty much what I could afford besides of that. It turned out quite well overall. I could have used another 10,000, but you cannot really mess up a house with 35,000 simoleons either. Also, this house was built based on a floor plan, so I'm gonna leave the link in the description if you want to build it for whatever reason. So now that you know everything about this challenge, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments if you gave it a try, and also if you have any other similar questions about The Sims 2 that keeps you awake every single night. Like, this literally bugged me for 2 days. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye guys!